The cult of Chaitanya philosophy is richer than any other, and it is admitted to be the living religion of the day, with the potency for spreading as Vishwa Dharma or universal religion. The cult of Chaitanya philosophy is richer than any other because it contains the highest teaching. Uh, Even if you look at Indian philosophy reached its zenith in the explication of Vedanta Darshan, the Vedanta philosophy. But Vedanta philosophy itself has been most profoundly and elaborately presented in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he presents the Srimad Bhagavatam fully, thoroughly, as it is. Therefore, his philosophy is naturally richer than any other. And because the Bhagavatam is meant for giving life to the people of Kali Yuga and making them fully transcendental, therefore, his teaching will also naturally come out to be fully alive with the potency for spreading as the universal religion of mankind in Kali Yuga for 10,000 years. We are glad that the matter has been taken up by some enthusiastic sages like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj and his disciples. Um, Srila Prabhupada was very, very happy when he understood, uh, even as a Grihastha, as Abhay Charan De, when he understood that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj had very powerfully taken up the message of spreading Krishna consciousness far and wide throughout the world. He would not be satisfied with anything less than Prithvi the ache jata nagaradi gram sarvatra prachar hoibe more naam, other than spreading the inoffensive pure chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to every town and village in every corner of the world. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disciples also, they also were enthusiastic to help him. But the most enthusiastic disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj was none other than His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada himself, incomparable disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Uh, just as Srila Rupa Goswami is an incomparable disciple of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada also is an incomparable disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. We shall eagerly wait for the happy days of Bhagavata Dharma or Prema Dharma inaugurated by the Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In a prayer that Prabhupada had composed in the Jaladuta uh, in 1965 on the way to America, he had written Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Shachi Sutta Priyati Krishna Sevai Jar Tulanai Sei Se Mahanta Guru Jagater Madhe Uru Krishna Bhakti Dei Thai Thai. Sri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is very dear to the son of Shachi, is unparalleled in his service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He is that great saintly spiritual master who bestows intense devotion to Krishna, intense devotional service to Krishna at different places throughout the world. Taricha Balavan Paschate Te Than Than Hoye Jate Gaurangir Naam Prithvite Nagaradi Asamudra Nada Nadi Sakale Loy Krishna Naam. By a strong desire, the holy name of Lord Gauranga will spread throughout all the countries of the Western world, in all the cities, towns, and villages on the earth, from all the oceans, seas, rivers, and streams. Everyone will chant the holy name of Krishna. তাহলে আনন্দ হয় তবে হয় দিগ্বিজয় চৈতন্যের কৃপায় অতিশয় মায়া দুষ্ট যত দুঃখী জগতে সবাই সুখী বৈষ্ণবের ইচ্ছা পূর্ণ হয়. As the vast mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conquers all directions, a flood of transcendental ecstasy will certainly cover the land when all the sinful, miserable living entities who have been attacked by Maya, when they become happy, then the Vaishnava's desire will be fulfilled. So this had been in Prabhupada's mind all the time, and he knew that this is going to happen because he had been instructed that it should happen. And he was waiting for the time when we will attain pure love of Godhead. And That is a fact. If we take to Krishna consciousness and obey Srila Rupa Goswami, obey the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam, then we can progress without regress from Shraddha all the way to Prema and make Srila Prabhupada happy. The 8 shlokas completed by the Lord are glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is a life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. This is the first stage in spiritual life. This is the first realization we get. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has explained this very beautifully. That this is the first stage in our spiritual life. We realize what is the potency of this process of offenselessly chanting Krishna's names. And then we progress to the second stage of realization, which is expressed as follows. O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. So, in the second stage of realization, we understand that even though the process of chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra um, is not a difficult process, we have no attraction for chanting Krishna's names because of offenses. And therefore, we either chant, we either don't chant, or even if we chant only a limited amount of the holy names of the Lord because we have no attraction. And then, the next stage, we understand that we are meant to carry out the process of chanting without offenses. And how to make progress is set out here. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Now, for this, one requires a spiritual master. A disciple once asked Srila Prabhupada that how come acceptance of spiritual master is not spelt out in Chaitanya Charita, in Lord Chaitanya's Shikshashtaka. This is such a cardinal teaching. And then Srila Prabhupada said that no, you missed this verse. In this verse, it is stated that one should chant the holy name of the Lord with humility and tolerance. But that cannot happen unless one is trained by an authentic spiritual master. Unless one is trained by the bona fide guru, that cannot happen. And this is why we need a spiritual master. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in this song, Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Karo Dase, Trinapekhayati Heen, Sakala Sahane Baladiya Koro Nijamane Spriha explains this. Gurudev, with a drop of mercy, make this servant of yours humbler than a blade of grass. Give me the strength to bear all trials, troubles, and free me from all desire for honor. Sakale Saman Korite Shakati Dehonath Jata Jata. তবে তো গাইব হরিনাম সুখী অপরাধ হবে হত. O Lord and Master, please invest me with the power to honor all living beings appropriately. Only then will I sing the holy name in great ecstasy free of offenses. So basically he's saying, you please help me to obey Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. कबे हेन कृपा लोभिया जान कृतार्थ होइबे नाथ शक्ति बुद्धिहीन আমি অতি দীন करो मोरे आत्मसाथ. O Lord and Master, when will such mercy fall to this weak and foolish devotee? Please make me your beloved servant. যোগ্যতা বিচারে কিছু নাহি পায় তোমার করুণা সার. করুণা না হইলে কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া প্রাণ না রাখিব আর. When I examine myself, I find nothing of value. যোগ্যতা বিচারে কিছু নাহি পায়. I am not eligible. Therefore, your mercy is essential to me. If you are not merciful, I shall simply weep and weep and I shall not maintain my life. So, this is why one needs a spiritual master. You don't actually need a spiritual master for love. Um, Sometimes devotees they want a spiritual master because no one loves them. Well, you don't need a spiritual master for that. You may need a spouse for that. A spiritual master's affection for his disciple is in helping that devotee realize that Krishna is the complete object of love. No one else is as lovable as Krishna, and therefore the authentic spiritual master only pushes Krishna. He does not push himself. He pushes the devotee towards Krishna because only Krishna can satisfy us. Jivatmas cannot satisfy each other. Each Jivatma requires the Paramatma. And then, when one chants the holy name of Krishna constantly, which is only possible when one avoids offenses, then one comes to the next stage, which is set out here. The next stage of realization is one begins to uninterruptedly, non duplicitously beseech Krishna as follows: O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service birth after birth. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va. I don't desire any of these things, nor do I want to become a scholar. I only want your causeless devotional service birth after birth. Birth after birth indicates that I don't want any of the five types of liberation. I don't want impersonalistic liberation. I do not want the four types of personalistic liberation. I simply want to make you happy. Uh, Causeless devotional service means unmotivated. I simply want to make you happy. So, this is, factually speaking, the beginning of pure devotional service. Um, Sometimes devotees are confused whether they have attained the platform of pure devotional service or not. There is no need for confusion. It is a very very simple point. If you are if you are able to constantly, uninterruptedly beseech Krishna with this particular prayer, if in your consciousness you are constantly telling Krishna that I don't want wealth, nadhanam, I don't want any amount of admirers, followers, family members, I do not want a beautiful wife, I do not want a good husband in case you're a woman, I don't want um, to become a scholar. Uh, Nadhanam, Najanam, Nasundarim, Kavitam Va, Jagadisha Kamaya. I don't desire any of this. O Lord of the universe. Mama Janmani Janmani Ishware Bhavatat Bhaktirahituki Tvai. And if you want, you can place me in the spiritual world. If you don't want, you don't have to. I simply want to make you happy. I want to use my mind, body, senses, everything that I have to simply engage in activities which make you happy. So, if I am constantly beseeching Krishna in this manner, I have entered into pure devotional service. Uh, this text 4 is the beginning of pure devotional service to the Supreme Lord. 5. Next step of realization. O son of Maharaj Nanda, Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms of your lotus feet. And then 6. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up? And when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? One hankers to engage in devotional service with love for Krishna. 7 and 8 are both states of love of Godhead. After that, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada begins his presentation of Srimad Bhagavatam. So let's look at this. Oh Govinda, this is called Prema Bhakti in a state of viraha, in a state of separation. Prema Bhakti has two states. When one misses Krishna uh, with chastity, one misses Krishna. And in text 8, and that is happy reunion with Krishna. Oh Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. Uh, Prabhupada has explained this in one conversation in the context of chanting. Somebody had asked Prabhupada about